Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Alma Borsik, your Go the Extra Mile Lake Arrowhead real estate agent and a mountain local of over 25 years. If you've ever thought about making the move to Lake Arrowhead or even just wondered what it's really like to live up here, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll be sharing the pros and cons of living in Lake Arrowhead, and I'll be giving you a quick map tour so you can get to know the area better, and I will be explaining how lake rights work. And this is a super important topic if you're thinking about buying property here, and I'll be wrapping up with a look at some of our most popular neighborhoods. My goal is to help you get a true feel for the Lake Arrowhead lifestyle, the good, the not so good, and everything in between, so you can decide if mountain living is right for you. So sit back, relax, and let's explore beautiful Lake Arrowhead together. So let's start this video with the pros of living in Lake Arrowhead. So here we go. The first pro of living in Lake Arrowhead, California is that there is more traffic. Depending on where you are on the mountain, and if you want to go to the gym, the grocery store, the lake, or to a restaurant, it takes anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes stop to get to where you want to go. In fact, before 10 years ago, we didn't even have one traffic light on the whole mountain. But about 10 years ago, they did install a traffic light at the intersection of Lake Gregory Drive and Highway 18. And Highway 18 is the main highway that will take you from the bottom of the hill all the way through Crestline, Twin Peaks, Lake Arrowhead, Sky Forest, Running Springs, and all the way to Big Bear Lake. So right now we have a whopping 2 traffic lights on the whole mountain. The second one is at the intersection of Sky Park and Sky Forest, Sky Park at Santa's Village, and again Highway 18. Sky Park was closed for a while. It was known as the Santa's Village, but about 5 years ago they reopened, and it's gotten really popular over the years. And so now they had to put a stoplight to manage the traffic that goes in and out of the park. So we have 2 traffic lights in the whole Lake Arrowhead and San Bernardino Mountain Communities area. And even then, it's not so bad because the most you will sit to wait for the traffic light to turn is like a minute. So it's really not bad at all compared to the main cities like LA, where you have to sit 4 to 5 minutes before you can go. There are times when we do have to sit and wait for traffic at random places on the mountain, and that's when Edison is doing some work, like if they're cutting tree branches to clear the electric lines, and if there's some road repair going on, so then you do have to sit in traffic. But it's no different from any other city, right? There's always some repairs going on, and the good thing is it's not an everyday thing. Lake Arrowhead is a tourist destination in Southern California, so we do get busy with tourists coming up, as many as like 30,000 on a weekend and holidays especially. And so traffic does get heavier on weekends and holidays. And also about only 50% of homeowners in Lake Arrowhead are full-timers. So the other 50%, they would tend to come on weekends and holidays also. And so traffic does get heavier during those times. But what we do, we full-timers, we just try to avoid going to key places on the mountain during those times. So that's a way around avoiding traffic. The second pro in living in Lake Arrowhead is the rustic, relaxing scenery and fresh air. So I guess there's 2 pros there. Anyway, Lake Arrowhead is surrounded by natural forests. So your backyard is the forest. And one thing that keeps Lake Arrowhead lush and green is that in the Arrowhead Woods, which is a designated area around the lake, Lake Arrowhead is governed by this committee called AWA, which stands for Arrowhead Woods Architectural Committee. If you are looking to build on your lot, on your vacant lot, you have to submit your plans to the committee and to be approved, because you cannot just willy-nilly cut trees on your property. And they have to approve the plans too, like you can't paint your house paint, for example. And they are very strict about the cutting of trees in your lot when you are planning to build a home. So that's why Lake Arrowhead is kept beautiful and lush and green compared to the other mountain communities. The forest in Lake Arrowhead is pretty diverse in terms of what kind of trees we'll find. We have many different types of evergreens. We have the cedar, we have different kinds of fir and pine trees, and then it's mixed with big oaks and manzanitas, and also we have maple trees. Maple trees are not native to Lake Arrowhead, but the mountain residents love those colorful autumn leaves. So you will see maple trees scattered all over Lake Arrowhead. When you're driving up Lake Arrowhead, you have to take Highway 18, and the views on Highway 18 is just incredibly beautiful. I think it's a lot better than some of the mountain roads I've been on, like say Mammoth. In Mammoth, you just see pine trees and more pine trees. But on Highway 18, there's just so many different views that you can enjoy. Like you can see the faraway distant mountains of Mount Baldy and San Vergonio Mountain. You can see the snow-capped mountains as you're driving up Highway 18. And then if you look down, you see San Bernardino. And at night, the city lights are just so beautiful. And then to Lake Arrowhead is already an amazing experience. Also, there are times when there's a marine glare and almost looks like there's an ocean. You're driving on a oceanside highway, and then also there's the rocky hillsides, and in the spring, the wildflowers. So just driving up Highway 18 is a very amazing, incredible experience. During the summer months, it could get really smoggy down the hill, like in San Bernardino, Redlands, Riverside area. It's smoggy and hot, but Lake Arrowhead has an elevation of 5,100 feet. So once you start driving up Highway 18 and you reach Lake Arrowhead, it's always fresh air, sunny, blue skies. And so that's one great advantage of living up in Lake Arrowhead. The third pro of living in Lake Arrowhead is that we have 4 seasons, and each season is great. I can't think of any one favorite. Like right now, we're in spring and it's absolutely gorgeous. But then come fall, I can't wait for the first snowfall. So I just love every season up here in Lake Arrowhead. So let's start with spring. In springtime, we have daffodils blooming all over the mountain. We also have dogwood trees, and these trees are just profusely covered with white blooms. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the temperature in March, beginning spring, it's in the 40s, and it can get up to the 60s. It's light sweater weather, but it's perfect when you go hiking. It's just right. When you start to warm up, you can take off your sweater, and it's just perfect weather for outdoor activities. Now, in the summertime, the trees are all full of leaves, and so there's more shade, and the temperature ranges from 70s to the 80s. It rarely goes under 65 degrees or over 95 degrees. So if there's a heat wave, we can get as high as 95, but that's very rare. And also, even at 95 degrees, most homes on the mountain don't even have air conditioning. If your house is surrounded by tall evergreens, like in my house, we don't have central air conditioning. When the weather gets high up there, all we need to do is open some windows and turn on some fans, and we're comfortable. And also, the humidity is so low, so you don't really sweat, even at high temperatures in the summertime. So it's just still perfect weather in the summer. The leaves start to turn at the end of September, so that's the beginning of fall. We do not have the bright colors that you would see in, say, Colorado or the New England states. Most of our trees up here are oak, so the colors range from bright yellow to brown. But we do have a sprinkling of maple trees and other bright colored fall trees on the mountain. Maple tree is not native to Lake Arrowhead, but we love to have those bright colors. So you will notice a sprinkling of bright colored maple trees in the fall all over the mountain. In terms of temperature, it gets progressively cooler from September to November. In September, the temperature ranges from the 70s and gets as low as 50s. And then in October, where we get highs of 60s and lows of 40s. And then in November, we're getting ready to get into winter time. So temperatures range from the 50s to the 30s. Now, regarding winter in Lake Arrowhead, it varies from year to year. We do get snow in the winter, but we never know when we're going to get snow and how much of it we're going to get. There are years when we enjoy a white Christmas, and there are years that we do not. And there are also years when we even have a white Thanksgiving. On average, we get about 2 feet of snow over the winter. Of course, there are years when we get more, and other years we get less. But it's just the right amount of snow to enjoy over the winter time, and just when you're about to get tired of it, it's gone. And now the 4 beautiful seasons in Lake Arrowhead start all over again. Pro number 4 in living in Lake Arrowhead is the great outdoor lifestyle. If you are into outdoor activities, then Lake Arrowhead is the perfect place for you. We have hiking trails all over the mountain, and you can hike pretty much year-round. And in some neighborhoods, you don't even have to drive to a hiking trail. You can just literally walk out the door and start hiking in your backyard, where it's just an open forest. And then, of course, in the summertime, we have the lake. You can go swimming, fishing. You can also boating, wakeboarding, paddle boarding, canoeing, kayaking, and if you have a power boat, you can also go water skiing. And then in the winter, You can enjoy skiing. We don't have an actual ski resort right in Lake Arrowhead, but Running Springs, there's Snow Valley Mountain Resort, which is just about 35 minutes from Lake Arrowhead, and if you can go further up, Big Bear is only about 45 minutes. And there's also Nordic skiing and snow tuning for the young kids if you are not into skiing. I forgot to mention that we also have great mountain biking up here in Lake Arrowhead at Sky Park. The Santa's Village has gotten real popular with mountain bikers. They have great biking trails right there in the park. They also have zip lining, so that's another thing you can enjoy up here in the mountains. And also, we have camping. We have, for example, the Dogwood Campground. So that's one more activity that you can enjoy up in Lake Arrowhead. The number 5 pro of living in Lake Arrowhead is the wildlife. In fact, enjoying wildlife is as easy as putting a bird feeder out on your deck. Like I do at my house, I have lots of bird feeders just outside our glass sliding door. And I get to enjoy watching different types of birds. We have the stellar jays, which is very common up here. They're the blue birds with the black head with a mohawk height. And then we also have acorn woodpeckers, and I call them the Pope woodpecker. They have that red cap on at the top of their head. And then we also enjoy different small birds like the chickadees, juncos, nuthatches. And then we also have bigger birds, like we have the wild doves. And then as you have feeders on your deck, then the gray squirrels come to feed also, and they're fun to watch. They're so cute with their fluffy gray tails. And then we also have cute chipmunks. And another thing that I really enjoy is that I have my cats watching the wildlife feeding, and it's just fun to watch them watch the wildlife. And if you're out hiking, it's possible that you will encounter a bear, but if you just leave them alone, walk the other way, they won't bother you. And then we also have deer. In fact, they've become abundant on our mountain. There was a time when you hardly ever see deer, but now they're all over the mountain. And then you can also get lucky to see a bobcat and mountain lion. I guess that's not as lucky. It's rare to see them, but they are up there. And one more thing that you may experience with wildlife is birds nesting right outside your house. Like in my house, I have stellar jays nesting in my porch, and I have a couple bird feeders, and I have blue jays and also chickadees nesting. Most people haven't seen flying squirrels, but we do have them up here. And I think that we're lucky. At our house, we have a big fir tree, and there's a family of flying squirrels that live there. So if I want to see a flying squirrel, all I have to do is leave out some bird food, and they'd come out and party all night. And they don't leave your bird feeder until they've eaten every bit of seed in that bird feeder. So that's pro number 5 in Lake Arrowhead. It's the abundance of wildlife. So now let's go to pro number 6, and it is the small town atmosphere. It seems like in Lake Arrowhead, everybody knows everybody. It's not uncommon that when you go to the supermarket or the movie theater or even on a hiking trail, that you will meet somebody you know. That doesn't happen very often in the big cities. And that's one thing I love about Lake Arrowhead. I think the small town atmosphere where everybody knows everybody is good for kids to grow up in. It's hard for them to get in trouble because you will definitely find out about it, and you know that the neighborhood is watching out for them. Pro number 7 is that Lake Arrowhead is close to everywhere. Let's say for some reason you're tired of the beautiful scenery and the fresh air and you want a change, you can go anywhere, just about anywhere in 2 hours or less. Los Angeles, Orange County, Palm Springs, they're all about 2 hours away or less. So you can go to the beach, you can go to the desert, you can go to a concert in LA, you can even go to San Diego. San Diego is just about 2 hours away. So that's the beauty of living in Lake Arrowhead. It's easy to get to anywhere for a change of scenery. And then in less than 2 hours, you're back home to beautiful Lake Arrowhead. And if you want to go to Vegas, it's really not that far either. If you go up the other side, up north on Highway 15, that you can access the backside of the mountain. Las Vegas is only 4 hours away. So that's one really big pro of living in Lake Arrowhead. You can enjoy this beautiful mountain lifestyle. And then if you want a change, everything is just within reach, just 2 hours or less. My last pro number 8 on our list is the great home values in Lake Arrowhead. For example, if you are looking to buy a $500,000 home in Lake Arrowhead, that same home will cost you probably around $900,000 in LA, and it's even worse in Orange County. That same house is gonna cost you over $1 million. So there's just so much value to the homes that you can buy up here, and that's why during the pandemic we have a lot of people moving to the mountains, because during the pandemic they found out that they're able to work from home. So it just makes sense. Why would you stay in a cramped house or apartment in LA when you can buy a beautiful mountain home for about the same price or less than a small 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment or house in the LA area or Orange County? And if you have a bigger budget, let's say you can afford a home in the $1 to $2 million range, that's enough to get you a house right on the lake, a good sized house on the lake. And when that same amount of money in LA or Orange County, a $1 to $2 million home is just a regular 3-bedroom, 2-bath house under 2,000 square foot. Here in Lake Arrowhead, at that same price range, you can get a house on the lake, a good size one, over 2,000 square foot, and some may even come with a dock. And so that's really good value for your money when it comes to purchasing a house. So there you have it. Those are the pros I have for you in this video. I most likely missed some pros, so if you can think of some other pro that I didn't mention, feel free to comment down below. Nothing is perfect, so you might want to think really hard before moving to Lake Arrowhead. So here are the cons of living in Lake Arrowhead. Nothing is perfect, so you might want to think really hard before moving to Lake Arrowhead. So here are the cons of living in Lake Arrowhead. The first con is that we have limited public transportation on the mountain. We do have one bus line. It's called the MARTA. MARTA stands for Mountain Area Regional Transit Authority, and it goes around the mountain at key places. But the problem is that it's not going to go directly to your house. So you have to walk to the bus stop to take the MARTA line. And that could be a challenge. Let's say overnight we had some snow. So that would be very challenging and inconvenient to have to walk to the bus stop, not to mention unsafe. So it's really important to have your own transportation on the mountain. So maybe you're thinking about, what about Uber or Lyft? Unfortunately, Uber and Lyft do not service the mountain area, but we do have a couple local taxi service. So let's say you are going to an event and you know that there's limited parking at the venue, then you can call one of the two local taxi service that we have on the mountain, and they can drive you to and from the event. And let's say you were out partying, had a little too much to drink, nobody is available to drive you home, then there you go. You can call the taxi service to safely take you home. So I mentioned snow earlier, and you're thinking snow in Southern California. Well, that's right. In Lake Arrowhead has an elevation of over 5,100 feet, and we do get snow in the winter. So depending on your circumstance, let's say you have to commute to work and it's snowing, then snow can be a real con. And that's one more reason why you need to have your own transportation. And speaking of transportation, it is recommended that you have a four-wheel drive, because with a four-wheel drive, you can get away driving in the snow without having to put chains on your car. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to have chains in your car, because let's say you're down the hill, and by the way, when we locals say down the hill, we are referring to the cities just down the mountain, like Redlands, San Bernardino, Riverside. All those places are what we call down the hill. And let's say you are down the hill doing some errands, and while you're down there, it starts snowing heavily back home. Well, on your way back home, it's possible that there's a snow patrol that's stopping everybody to make sure that they have chains. Even though you are driving a four-wheel drive, they still want to see that you have chains in your car, just in case. Another con is that Lake Arrowhead is in a designated wildfire area, so there's always a risk of a wildfire happening and getting out of control that could possibly burn your house down or your neighborhood down. But don't let that scare you. You know, I've lived here since 2000, so now it's almost 23 years, and our house that we built in 2000 is still standing. So personally, I'm not gonna let the risk of a wildfire stop me from enjoying this beautiful mountain community. In 2003 and 2006, we did have some serious wildfire that burnt down a number of homes in Lake Arrowhead and Running Springs. And after that disastrous event, most of the home insurance providers on the mountain stopped providing fire insurance. There you go. There's insurance for you. But anyway, the government stepped in. They established this program called the California Fair Plan. And now the home insurance providers on the mountain are registered with the California Fair Plan, so that when you are looking to get home insurance, the home insurance providers will provide all your home insurance needs except for fire insurance, and the California Fair Plan will cover the fire insurance part of your coverage. You're probably asking, so how much is home insurance in Lake Arrowhead? I did search online, and one site said that the average home insurance in Lake Arrowhead is about $918 a year. I don't think that's very accurate. It's probably more than that. I did ask a local home insurance provider about how much it costs to have insurance in Lake Arrowhead, and they really can't provide me with an exact number because it's dependent on so many different factors. For example, how big is your house? When was it built? What kind of upgrades does it have? Where is it located on the mountain? And then, of course, how much is your deductible? So really, the best way to find out the cost of home insurance for your home is to talk to 2 or 3 providers, get a quote from each one, and just pick the best terms and the best cost. Back in 2000, one of the main reasons why we moved to Lake Arrowhead was because of the school district. Rim of the World Unified School District was highly rated back then. But sadly, due to lack of funding, the quality of the public schools has gone down. In Lake Arrowhead, the elementary school that serves the area is the Lake Arrowhead Elementary School, and it has a C rating. And then there's only one middle school that serves the mountain communities. It's the Mary Putnam Hank Intermediate School, and it also has a C rating. And now there's one high school, Rim of the World High School. About 900 some students are enrolled in the high school, and it has a B rating. That said, I do know of a family, local family. Their kids went to Rim High School, and a couple years ago, their oldest son was accepted to Stanford. And then recently, his younger sister was also accepted to Stanford. So kids do thrive despite the low school rating. Kids still do very well with good family support and community support. They still manage to get accepted in the best schools in the country. And of course, there's also another option. Some families choose to homeschool their kids. So that's one option. And then a third option is that we do have a couple private schools in Lake Arrowhead. They are private Christian schools that cover kindergarten all the way up to high school. So that's one other option. And some families, they go down the hill. They have their kids go to school down the hill. Another con in Lake Arrowhead is the lack of cultural diversity. Lake Arrowhead has a population of about 9,600, and 80% are white, 15% are Hispanics, and there's about 2% Asian and less than 2% African American, and the remaining 1% are other ethnic groups. As you can see, I'm Asian, and most of my friends are white, and they've all been nice to me. So in my experience, it's not really much of a con, and it's probably isn't a con for most people, but I thought I'd mention it. So Lake Arrowhead is a predominantly white community. Another con in Lake Arrowhead is the U.S. Postal Service. So because of the mountain terrain, it's just not practical for the mailman to deliver mail door to door, because some homes are not easily accessible. They may be on an access road that's not paved, or some homes have really a lot of stairs to get to the front door, or steep driveways, or lots of steps going downstairs to get to the door. So it's just not practical for a mailman to deliver door to door. So what we have up here in Lake Arrowhead and the mountain communities is that each mountain residence is allotted a free P.O. box. So we all have P.O. boxes and we all go to the post office to pick up our mail. And it's not really a big deal. It becomes routine. One issue that could come up is if you have your physical address in one zip code and your P.O. box in another zip code. And that's the way it is in my case. My house is in Lake Arrowhead, but my post office box is in Twin Peaks because it's the closest post office to our house. And sometimes that could be a problem. Like, for example, if you go shopping online and your online store is not very clear on how they will deliver your package, and if they happen to put your physical address on the package and deliver it by U.S. Post, so it goes to the Lake Arrowhead post office, and I don't have my P.O. box in Lake Arrowhead. My P.O. box is in Twin Peaks, so Lake Arrowhead will return it to sender. So you can see that could be a real problem. But the way to handle it is when you shop online, you just have to be very clear with your online store on how to correctly deliver your package. That way you don't have the problem of the wrong post office sending your package back. UPS and FedEx do deliver door to door, so there's no problem there. If your online store puts your physical address and they deliver by UPS and FedEx, you will receive it because UPS and FedEx will go to your door and drop off your package. Lake Arrowhead is a small town, so job opportunities are limited. So most likely you will have to commute down the hill. Now, if your job is in San Bernardino, Riverside, or Redlands, that's not too bad of a commute. It's about 35 to 45 minutes drive. And if you have coworkers that live on the mountain, then you can carpool, and that would help your commute to work. But let's say your job is in Los Angeles and or Orange County, and you have to drive to work during rush hour. Now, your commute could be as long as 3 hours, so that's not good. But there's a solution to that. What you could do is you can drive down to the San Bernardino depot, which is about half an hour away, and then you can take the Metrolink to Los Angeles, and also it goes to Orange County. It pretty much goes to all the major cities down there. So the Metrolink commute is about an hour and a half to Los Angeles, and it's also an hour and a half to Orange County. And since they provide free internet on the train, and you're just sitting there, you can actually already do some work if you are able to work on your laptop. So in the hour and a half that you're commuting to Los Angeles or Orange County, you can already start working. So there you go. That's one way to help make your commute to work easier. So there you have it. 7 reasons why you shouldn't be moving to Lake Arrowhead, California. Not every area in Lake Arrowhead has lake rights. And so in the next segment, we will do a map tour of Lake Arrowhead, so you will know which areas are within Arrowhead Woods that have lake rights, and then all the other neighborhoods outside of Lake Arrowhead Woods that don't have lake rights. So let's check out this map of Lake Arrowhead, the area that's within the orange outline. is the Arrowhead Woods area. And if the property is within this designated area, the property has lake rights, meaning that the property owner has the right to enjoy the private lake that is Lake Arrowhead, which means you may go swimming, fishing, boating, hiking around the lake, and you may also own a dock. And for this reason, the lake rights that come with the property make the home prices within the Arrowhead Woods a lot higher than the surrounding mountain communities. By the way, I have a video about lake rights that you might want to check out if you want to know everything there is to know about lake rights within Arrowhead Woods. Nowadays, it's hard to find a decent move-in ready home in the Arrowhead Woods area that's under $500,000. So if your budget is below $500,000, then you might want to look elsewhere. And even if your budget is over $500,000, you might want to look elsewhere also if you are looking to buy a bigger home and you want to have more bang for your buck, and if lake rights isn't that important to you. So let's look at this map of Lake Arrowhead and the surrounding areas. So Lake Arrowhead is right here, and if we go towards the west side of the lake, this area right here is Deer Lodge Park. And so Deer Lodge Park actually has the same zip code as Arrowhead Woods, 92352, but it is outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods. So home prices are a lot more reasonable in the Deer Lodge Park. And so that's one area that you might want to consider. It's a little warmer in this area, not as many pine trees. It's somewhat drier, and there's a lot more oaks and manzanitas in this area. Now, if we go south of the lake, there's Arrowhead Villas right here. It's also outside the Arrowhead Woods boundaries, and so home prices are less than the Arrowhead Woods homes. And Arrowhead Villas is an older neighborhood, and so a lot of the homes are smaller, and also the streets within this area, some of them are quite narrow, so that could be a problem in the winter time, but home prices are a lot more affordable in this area. And Arrowhead Villas also has the zip code 92352. Now, right next to Arrowhead Villas is Crest Park, right here. Another area that has the 92352 zip code, but it's outside Arrowhead Woods. And so no lake rights in this area, and therefore the home prices are also a lot more reasonable. And then there's a couple streets here right outside of Arrowhead Woods, Burnt Mill Road and Luttage Grove Road, and there's a lot of charming homes in those two streets, and they are also outside the Arrowhead Woods, and so prices are also more reasonable. So now there's an area right here on the other side of Highway 173, on the east side of Highway 173. It's called Crest Estates, and there's some pretty nice big homes in this particular area. So Lake Arrowhead is right here, and so let's check out the communities that are southwest of Lake Arrowhead. And right around here is Blue Jay. So Blue Jay is outside Arrowhead Woods, and therefore the home prices are less than Lake Arrowhead. The advantage of being in Blue Jay is it's one of the main shopping areas in the Lake Arrowhead area. The Lake Arrowhead village is right here, but right around 189 in this area is another major shopping area, and so that's one of the advantage of owning a home in the Blue Jay area right here. You're close to restaurants and shopping. And now another area that is outside Lake Arrowhead Woods is Twin Peaks right here. And Twin Peaks is actually a pretty nice area. It's one of my favorite among the other mountain communities in the Lake Arrowhead area. There's a couple streets in Twin Peaks that borders the Arrowhead Woods, and it's Lake Forest Drive and Cedar Brook Drive. Those are two really nice streets in Twin Peaks, very woodsy. So that's one area that you might want to check out to find some really nice rustic setting homes. And now further south of Lake Arrowhead, southwest, is Rim Forest right here. So the advantage of buying a home in Rim Forest is it's a great commuter location. So it's right on Highway 18, and so if you work down the hill, then it's very easy to get on Highway 18, and in half an hour or less, you are already in the San Bernardino area, and Redlands is also just half an hour to 35 minutes away. And in this particular neighborhood right here, that's right at the rim of the San Bernardino Mountains. So you can get homes here with spectacular views of the valley and also nice sunsets. So this is a nice area here that you might want to check out. So let's check out some of the communities that are east of Lake Arrowhead, and one of the main ones is right here, Cedar Glen. It actually extends, Cedar Glen actually extends all the way here. This area here has the zip code 92321. It's outside the Arrowhead Woods area, and therefore home prices are again less than Arrowhead Woods homes. And Cedar Glen is in an older neighborhood, and so a lot of the homes are smaller, less than 2,000 square foot, although you will find some newer, bigger homes within the area. And also there's a nice shopping area right in Cedar Glen that has pretty much everything. There's a couple really nice home decor shops, Timberline and Lake House, and there's also Trips Shop in this area, and a couple really good restaurants. So that's one advantage of living in the Cedar Glen area. Now let's go south of the lake. Right here is Sky Forest. And so there are actually some nice big homes in Sky Forest, and some of them have a fantastic view of the lake. And an advantage of Sky Forest is that it's also a good commuter location because it's right on Highway 18. So if you are commuting down the hill to work, then you're right there. Highway 18 will take you down to the areas down the hill. And also one advantage of Sky Forest is if you like mountain biking, Sky Park is right in Sky Forest. Sky Park is right around here. So easy for you if your house is in Sky Forest to go and enjoy Sky Park. So there you have it as a recap. So those are the mountain communities that you can consider outside of Arrowhead Woods. Again, it's Twin Peaks right here, Ring Forest over here. Agua Fria is actually part of Twin Peaks. They have the same zip code. Blue Jay is over here. And then, of course, there's Crest Park and Crest Estates here, and Arrowhead Villas here, Sky Forest, and Cedar Glen right here. And lastly, there's Deer Lodge Park. So those are the other mountain communities that you can consider if you are on a budget or if you want a better bang for your buck. So those are the areas that you might want to check out. Lake Arrowhead is a private lake, and so it is not open to the public. You have to have a property within the Arrowhead Woods to have lake rights. And so in this segment, I will be explaining how lake rights work. A designated area surrounding the lake in Lake Arrowhead is called Arrowhead Woods. There are about 10,000 lots in Arrowhead Woods, and if your property is within the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, then your property has lake rights. So what does that mean exactly? Lake Arrowhead is a private lake, and therefore it's not open to the public. And so in order to enjoy the lake, like swimming, fishing, boating, docking your boat, hiking around the trails around the shoreline of Lake Arrowhead, you need to have lake rights. And that's what that means. Now, having lake rights and being within the boundaries of the Lake Arrowhead Woods is not enough to be able to enjoy the lake and do all the activities around the lake. There's an extra step you have to do, and that is to become a member of the Arrowhead Lake Association, ALA. There are 3 types of memberships in the ALA. The first one is the general membership. And under the general membership, you are given voting rights. What that means is that you are allowed to vote for the board members of the ALA. The people that are on the board are elected by being voted by the members of the association. Along with the general membership is limited use of the lake. What that includes is that you can go to the park. There's a couple park around by the lake, Peninsula Park and the Grass Valley Lake Park, which is near the golf course, Lake Arrowhead Golf Course. There's a small, really nice lake and park called the Grass Valley Park. And so you will have access there with your general membership. You can do picnicking. Another thing is you can also register a boat. With that, you can do water skiing, paddle boarding, canoeing, cruising around the lake. So that's one right that you have as a general member. The second type of membership is the beach club membership. We have a couple sandy beaches on the lake. One is the Tavern Bay Beach Club, and the other one is the Burnt Mill Beach Club at the south side. Tavern Bay is at the north side of the lake. And as a beach club member, you will have the right to enjoy these sandy beaches. And it also includes all the benefits that you get under the general membership. The third type of membership at the Arrowhead Lake Association is the dock slip right membership. If you own a dock, your dock membership is renewed annually. And the dock membership, of course, includes all the benefits of the beach club membership and also the general membership. And if you own a boat, kayak, canoe, paddleboard, those need to be registered with the ALA, and they need to have the decal or as proof of registration. By the way, jet skiing is not allowed in Lake Arrowhead, but water skiing is popular. In fact, we even have a water skiing school. So if you're interested in water skiing, we have a water ski school where you can learn to water ski. Now, if you want to go fishing, you do need to have a state fishing license and along with your Arrowhead Lake Association membership. Now, to own a dock in the Arrowhead Woods, you have to own an unimproved lot. What that means is if you have a vacant lot, that's not enough to give you the right to own a dock on the lake. You do need to have a structure on the lot. So in the past, some people would buy a vacant lot if they own a house outside of Arrowhead Woods. They would buy a vacant lot to gain access to the lake. But now that's not enough. You have to have an improved structure on the lot to have a boat and to dock it on the lake. Also, as a homeowner in Arrowhead Woods, you are also under the CCNR's covenants, conditions, restrictions of the AWAC. AWAC stands for Arrowhead Woods Architectural Committee. AWAC is a nonprofit public benefit corporation. It was established in 1923. And it's run by volunteers. AWAC's purpose is to control the building, the construction on the mountain, to prevent overbuilding and also to prevent the unnecessary cutting down of trees. That's why, as you can see, Lake Arrowhead is very lush and green, and that's with the help of AWAC. Now, back to Lake Wright. The zip code of Lake Arrowhead is 92352, but there are other communities around the lake that have the same zip code, but they do not have lake rights because they are not within Arrowhead Woods. And these are Bear Lodge Park, which is located northwest of the lake. And then there's also the Arrowhead Villas and Crest Park at the south side of the lake. So these areas have the 92352 zip code, but they are outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and therefore they do not have lake rights. And then there are also other communities very close to the lake with a different zip code. Like Cedar Glen, Blue Jay, Rim Forest, and Sky Forest. So these communities are also outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, so they don't have lake rights also. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I post regular updates about life and real estate here in the San Bernardino Mountains. And of course, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the area, reach out anytime. I'd love to help. I'll be wrapping up this video with a look at some of the different neighborhoods in Lake Arrowhead. each unique in its own special way. Bordering the town of Twin Peaks is an upscale Lake Arrowhead neighborhood called The Summit. The Summit area of Lake Arrowhead is a master plan community in that all the utilities are underground. A great indication that you are in the Summit area is that when you walk the streets of the neighborhood, you will notice that there are no electric posts. And if you look overhead, there are no hanging wires above. Most of the lots in the Summit area are at least half an acre, and it is considered horse property. And also, most of the homes are at least 2,500 square feet. The home prices range from 800,000 to 1.5 million. Some homes are less than that, but there are also homes that are more than 1.5 million. The neighborhood is relatively newer, with most of the homes built in the 1990s and the 2000s. The Summit area is within the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and so the homes in this area have lake rights. What I like about the Summit area is that it's got lots of tall pine trees all around, but despite that, it is still a very sunny neighborhood. And also, it is 600 feet above the Lake Arrowhead area, and that's the reason why it's called the Summit. It's got a higher elevation. Hamilton Estates is one of the most exclusive private gated community in Lake Arrowhead. Hamilton Estates is the original premier private gated community in Lake Arrowhead, and it was established in 1961 from the peninsula state of aerospace pioneer and businessman Thomas Foster Hamilton. There are 103 properties in this neighborhood, and on the mountain is that this neighborhood maintains 2 private sandy beaches that are for the exclusive use of its residents and their guests. And another feature that is exclusive in Hamilton is that it has its own boat launch, the only one on the lake. One more thing is that Hamilton Estates has its own private tennis club, and now they also have some pickleball courts. So now, as I promised, let's check out the sandy beaches that this great community has to offer, and let's go check it out. So here's one of the sandy beaches that is exclusive to the residents and guests of Hamilton Estates. And in the background there, you can see the private docks. And right here is a private lounge area where you can sit and relax and just enjoy the incredible view of the lake and the ridge line across the lake. And now let's walk to the other side of this park-like setting in Hamilton Estates. It's just incredibly beautiful, and just imagine if this is where you have your home. And right over here is the other private beach. It's larger than the one that we just saw on the other side. So let's go take a closer look. So it is a very spacious sandy beach area, a great place to have fun with the whole family, especially with your young kid. And here are some homes that are situated so close to the sandy beaches and the docks. And so this is the sandy beach of Hamilton State. Just 2 miles south of beautiful Lake Arrowhead is a charming neighborhood called Crest Park. The Arrowhead Woods area has the zip code 92352. Some neighborhoods surrounding Lake Arrowhead also have the same zip code 92352, but they are outside Arrowhead Woods and so they do not have lake rights. And one such neighborhood is Crest Park. Lake Arrowhead is a private lake and only residents whose home is situated within the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, a designated area surrounding Lake Arrowhead, have lake rights. Having lake rights mean that you have the permission to use the lake and its facilities. And if you want to know more about lake rights in detail, be sure to check my video on this topic. Having no lake rights, the homes in Crest Park are more affordable. Most homes are priced at under $500,000. They are more in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. Crest Park is a neighborhood that is located right by Highway 18, and so it is a great commuter location. Not only that, it is very close to the Rim of the World High School and 2 churches, the Mount Calvary Lutheran Church and also a Catholic church right within the neighborhood. It's the Lady of the Parish Catholic Church. Cedar Ridge Estates in beautiful Lake Arrowhead is a planned gated community located southeast of the lake. This 226-acre community is nestled among tall pine trees, majestic cedars, and large oaks. Cedar Ridge Estates is a planned community, which means that all the utilities are underground. When you drive around the neighborhood, you will not see electrical posts or hanging wires above you. And also, it is a gated community, and so it is a very secluded, private, and exclusive neighborhood. It is within the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and so the homes in this neighborhood have lake rights. Most of the homes here are built on large lots, at least an acre or more, and the homes are also large at about 4,000 square feet or more, and the price ranges from over $1 million to over $2 million. How about a drive around the neighborhood? Less than 2 miles from the south shore of Lake Arrowhead is the newest gated planned community called Mill Pond. Mill Pond is an upscale, exclusive gated community located just 5 minutes from the south shore of Lake Arrowhead. New homes built in this community are placed in the multi-million-dollar price bracket, and in Mill Pond, homeowners will take pride in the spectacular waterfall-gated entrance and enjoy amenities such as underground utilities, paved maintained roads, and full lake privileges. But before that, let's take a drive around the Mill Pond neighborhood. Less than 2 miles south of beautiful Lake Arrowhead is a quaint neighborhood established in the 1920s called Arrowhead Villas. The Arrowhead Villas is an older neighborhood established in 1925. This was an era when homes were built a lot smaller. For this reason, the lots in the area are mostly under 5,000 square feet, and many of the homes have smaller square footages and are closer together, and a lot of the streets are somewhat narrow. Though the Arrowhead Villas is not too far from Lake Arrowhead and also shares the same zip code 92352, it is outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and so the homes in this neighborhood do not have lake rights. Not having lake rights makes the homes in Arrowhead Villas more affordable. Most homes are priced at under $500,000, more like in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. Arrowhead Villas is right by Highway 18, and so it is in a great commuter location, and it is also close to the quaint shops and popular restaurants along Highway 18 in the Sky Forest area. How about a drive around the neighborhood? About 2 miles northwest from the north shore of Lake Arrowhead is the community of Deer Lodge Park. Deer Lodge Park has the same zip code 92352 as Lake Arrowhead, but it is outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and so the homes and vacant lots in this area do not have lake rights. As I mentioned, Deer Lodge Park is located northwest of the lake, just a short 5 minutes drive from the north shore of Lake Arrowhead. This area is drier and not as evergreen, and you'll see more oaks and manzanitas and less pine trees in this area. Though utilities like gas, electricity, water are nearby, most of the area do not have public sewer connection, and so most of the homes in this area are on septic tanks. San Bernardino County requires that septic tanks be 5 feet away from the property line, structures, and water lines. And so when buying a vacant lot to build on, it is important to make sure that the lot has enough square footage to accommodate a septic tank. Additionally, it is important to do your research to determine the availability and distance of the property to utility lines and how much it will cost to connect to these utilities. Cedar Glen is a mountain community that is in close proximity to Lake Arrowhead on the southeast shore, And in today's video, we will explore the community of Cedar Glen. As I mentioned, Cedar Glen is a community that is adjacent to Lake Arrowhead on the southeast side of the lake. Even though the town of Cedar Glen is very close to Lake Arrowhead, it is outside the boundaries of Arrowhead Woods, and so the homes in Cedar Glen do not have lake rights. And the absence of lake rights makes the homes in Cedar Glen more affordable. A notable feature of Cedar Glen is that there is a shopping center in town. You'll find pretty much everything you'll need in this town. There is a grocery store, a hardware store, a couple home goods store, nursery, fitness center, laundromat, and post office. There's also a huge Boys and Girls Club nonprofit thrift store where you will find treasures at unbelievably low prices. In addition, you will find 3 very popular restaurants that are a favorite among locals and tourists alike. There's a breakfast place, dinner place for steak place, and also a very popular hamburger joint. So let's go check out the neighborhood and head on down to the home I am featuring today. As I mentioned, Emerald Bay is another lakefront neighborhood in Lake Arrowhead at the southeast side of the lake, adjacent to the Palisades neighborhood, another lakefront neighborhood I featured in an earlier video. So be sure to check out that video as well. The advantages of Emerald Bay neighborhood, aside from being right on the lake, is that it is close to Highway 173, making it a good commuter location. It is also close to Cedar Glen's shopping area, so buying groceries, home goods, and hardware items, having breakfast, enjoying a delicious burger, or a steak dinner is just around the corner. And it is also just a very short drive to McKay Park, where you can play pickleball, basketball, or volleyball, work out on the outdoor exercise equipment, take your pet to the dog park, have an outdoor party and barbecue at the picnic area, or take a scenic walk around the park. This home is in a very desirable neighborhood called Oak Ridge Estates, and it is located very close and just north of the Lake Arrowhead Country Club. In October of 2007, the Grass Valley Fire destroyed close to 200 homes in this area. Luckily, this home was spared. The silver lining to the wildfire damage is that several of the older homes destroyed in the fire are now rebuilt and replaced by beautifully constructed brand new homes, adding to the desirability of this neighborhood. The area is at a higher elevation to its surroundings, and so a lot of the homes have panoramic views of the distant mountain, forest, Grass Valley Lake, and the Lake Arrowhead Golf Course. And so now let's take a drive around the neighborhood. Several neighborhoods surround Lake Arrowhead, and in today's video, we'll explore the area on the lake's north side, known as the North Shore. This sunny region boasts wide paved county-maintained roads and spacious homes on generous lots. We moved to Lake Arrowhead in 2000, and that's about 24 years ago. Back then, every Lake Arrowhead neighborhood was filled with towering pines and evergreens. However, around 2003, a prolonged drought led to a severe bark beetle infestation in the San Bernardino mountain communities, killing hundreds if not thousands of these tall, towering pine trees and evergreens. The north side of Lake Arrowhead, being the warmer side, experienced the most significant loss of these trees, and as a result, this area is now the sunny side of the lake with fewer towering pines and evergreens. On the bright side, snow melts faster here in the winter, reducing the amount of shoveling needed. So now let's explore the neighborhood. Palisades is a desirable neighborhood in Lake Arrowhead. It is located in the southeast side of the lake, and it is an older neighborhood that started in the 1930s. The inland area of the Palisades is a quaint, quiet neighborhood with cottage-style homes that exude lots of vintage charm. A notable feature of the Palisades neighborhood is that a big part of it is pretty flat, with streets that are parallel to each other and homes that have entry-level driveways that is reminiscent of a down-the-hill woodsy neighborhood. The Palisades is within the Arrowhead Woods area, and so the homes in the Palisades have lake rights. So this is the inland area of the Palisades. You can just see all these nice, quaint cottage-style homes that are all well maintained. Okay. And let's walk further up. So this is the street where the homes that are featured in our home tour of the Palisades is located. They are all located on this street. So it's a really nice street. Look at all these homes. Some of them are still from the 1930s, like this one right here that's just been renovated. So it really is a nice, quaint neighborhood, and it's not a typical mountain neighborhood because you can see the street is pretty straight, not windy, and it just has a slight hill, but it is pretty
Up there.
level. And so check out this home again. This looks like a 1930s vintage cottage. This looks more modern. Now, after watching this video, you have decided that mountain living is for you, especially in Lake Arrowhead, then feel free to call, text, or email me. My contact information is in the description below. I am here ready to help you find that perfect mountain home. I hope you enjoyed this video about everything Lake Arrowhead, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, bye for now.